Get out of the way, John. Shoot!
Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 celebrities you didn't know have twin siblings.
How is this in any way lucky?
Lucky your guy had a twin brother.
Hey, someone that got us. Chant the chant. Let's do it.
He's an identical twin, yeah. We don't look as much alike as we used to, but yeah, we're identical.
For this list, we're looking at celebrities that you may not have known shared the womb for 9 months with someone else. Feel free to leave 2 comments, but can we ask that they're fraternal rather than identical? Anyway, let's get into it. Number 20, Daryl and Evan Sabara. Daryl's big break came when he was cast as Junie Cortez in the Spy Kids movie franchise, and he has continued to find work in TV and the movies ever since.
Ew, gross.
Many people, besides his friends and family of course, don't know that he has a fraternal twin brother Evan, who is also an actor. Evan hasn't worked as much as his brother, but he was the voice of Robin in the Batman TV series.
Well, he did, didn't he? Justice.
And the brothers worked together on the 2004 film The Polar Express. Evan did motion capture for the young boy, while Daryl was the voice of Hero Boy in the film.
I believe. I believe.
Number 19, Tasha and Sidra Smith. Tasha and Sidra look identical and are both in the film industry. However, for the most part, they both ended up on opposite sides of the camera. Sidra has spent her time in Hollywood working as a casting associate, and she also created, produced, and wrote a few episodes of the digital series A Love Tale: The Series. Tasha, on the other hand, has worked behind the camera as a director in television, but fans will be much more familiar with her work in front of the camera.
Could you lay off of that for a while?
Could you go to hell for a while?
This includes Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married? And the TV shows For Better or For Worse and Empire.
Why don't you back off of me, Cookie? You're always trying to tell me what to do.
Number 18, Kiefer and Rachel Sutherland. There are many things people know about Kiefer. You know he has one of the coolest voices in Hollywood.
No, you can't risk being connected to me.
You probably know that his dad is acting legend Donald Sutherland. You might remember that Runaway Bride star Julia Roberts basically left Kiefer at the altar back in 1991, breaking things off days before their wedding ceremony. And some people might know that Kiefer's grandfather was Canadian politician Tommy Douglas, who is often credited with introducing universal healthcare to the country. But what you probably didn't know is that Jack Bauer has a twin sister. Her name is Rachel, and she works in showbiz too, but in post-production. Number 17, Nicholas Brendon and Kelly Donovan. Yes, there are 2 Xanders. For those that thought the replacement episode was all done with just Nicholas and camera tricks, well, you were wrong. His identical and 3 minutes older brother Kelly played the other Xander in that episode.
Hey, someone that got us. Chant the chant. Let's do it.
Which one did Kelly play, you ask? Whichever one didn't have any lines. Unless both Xanders spoke in the scene, of course. Kelly also took over for his brother for a few shots in the episode Intervention, when Nicholas got sick during filming.
We were gonna bring that up.
Since then, Kelly hasn't worked much in Hollywood, but Nicholas has continued to work, mostly in television. You might have seen him on Criminal Minds, on which he had a recurring role for years.
It's complicated.
Number 16, Marissa and Giovanni Ribisi. You saw her get hit on by Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused, and you saw her toast Rachel in celebration of her upcoming nuptials to Barry Farber on Friends.
I would like to propose a toast to the woman who, in 1 year from today, will become Mrs. Dr. Barry Farber, DDS.
But you probably didn't know that she was Giovanni Ribisi's twin sister. In fact, we wouldn't blame you if you didn't realize that it was the same actress in both those roles all those years apart either. Marissa hasn't been seen on screen as an actress since 2003, but her brother has been very busy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
In fact, you've likely seen a few of the projects he's been in. He was even in Friends as Phoebe's half-brother.
Well, wait, you mean like this?
You'll also see him in James Cameron's Avatar sequels in the 2020s.
Well, actually, I thought we got lucky with him.
Lucky?
Yeah.
How is this in any way lucky?
Lucky your guy had a twin brother.
Number 15, Judy and Joselin Reyes. When the Scrubs producers were looking to cast an actress to play Carla's sister on the show, they didn't have to look any further than actress Judy Reyes' own sister, Joselin.
Help me wax my brow.
Judy has been busy since Scrubs with Devious Maids and Claws, just to name a couple of things.
I totally get it.
And while Joselin hasn't been as busy, she had a part in the film Instant Family, and she also had a recurring role as a paramedic on Law & Order Special Victims Unit for years.
She was unconscious when we found her. Vomit on her clothes, alcohol, probably drugs. No purse, no wallet.
Judy and Joselin are two of 4 sisters. One of their younger siblings, Fiennes, is also an actress. Number 14, Willow and Autumn Shields. Willow, Autumn, and River. While we could be talking about things we saw as we flipped through our nature-themed calendar, we're actually talking about the 3 Shields siblings. River is the older brother of the group, while Willow and Autumn are the younger fraternal twin sisters. All 3 siblings are actors.
It's too early.
River and Autumn haven't had as much luck finding work in Hollywood, but sister Willow is known around the world as Primrose Everdeen, the younger sister of Katniss Everdeen in the uber-popular Hunger Games movie franchise.
Primrose Everdeen.
Number 13, Justin and Jason Chambers.
Any idea what Mom's gonna do when she finds out? She's gonna go off her meds.
She's not gonna do anything because you're not gonna tell her, all right? You're gonna get your free surgery, you're gonna get back in your truck, and you're gonna get the hell out of here.
Justin Chambers is married with 5 kids, including a set of twins. And he probably feels very at home with it all, given that he is one of 5 kids, and he himself has a twin brother, Jason. While Jason has stayed out of the spotlight, Justin has been in front of the camera for decades now. He was first discovered by a modeling scout in a Paris metro station, and went on to model for the likes of Calvin Klein, Armani, and others. He's been acting since the mid-90s, and is obviously best known to us all for his 15 years as Dr. Alex Karev on Grey's Anatomy.
You make me want to be better. You make me want to be good. And I think I can, with you.
Number 12, Alanis and Wade Morissette.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Isn't it ironic that Alanis Morissette has a twin brother? But we did think it was something that you ought to know. Although the younger generation might not be as familiar with Alanis, anyone who was alive in the mid-90s definitely knows who she is, and probably still has a Jagged Little Pill CD in a box somewhere. Like his sister, Wade is also a musician, although he might be better known for his work as a yoga instructor and Reiki master. Wade's brand of indie rock music often incorporates Sanskrit and English chants.
I teach, obviously, the movement flow yoga, and then I add my music sensibilities into it to make people soften and relax and open their hearts, and so I just kind of combine those two and de-stress, essentially.
Number 11, Peyton and Spencer List. If you're a kid, have a kid, or just enjoy the Disney Channel, then you no doubt know Peyton List.
Well, there's a shock.
Peyton spent most of the 2010s playing Emma Ross on the show Jessie and its spin-off Bunked.
Excuse me, sir. Can you have these delivered to my room?
Her twin brother Spencer joined her for one episode of Bunked, and he's found work in a number of other TV shows and movies. But he might still be best known for his role as a mysterious kid who doesn't talk in one episode of the Fox show Fringe, all the way back in 2009.
He's so pale.
He seems to be developing some sort of pigmentation.
Well, he probably hasn't seen sunlight in years.
Number 10, John and Dan Heater. Did you know that there are 2 Napoleon Dynamites? Okay, well, that's not entirely true. What there are 2 people who look exactly like Napoleon Dynamite. There's John Heater, who played the titular tater-tot-loving character in the 2004 film. And then there's Daniel Heater, who happens to be his identical twin brother, and we can only assume would have also voted for Pedro.
What are you gonna do today, Napoleon?
Whatever I feel like I want to do. Gosh!
And while John has been making his living in front of the camera, Dan has spent the last decade on the other side of the screen, as a visual effects artist on films from Rango to Avengers Endgame. Number 9, Linda Hamilton and Leslie Hamilton Gearren. Linda Hamilton landed her first role in the late 70s, and she's been acting for the last 40-plus years in a wide variety of TV and movies.
Well, let me get to my desk, check my calendar.
This includes the late 80s Beauty and the Beast TV series. But regardless of that, she will always be Sarah Connor to us.
Good morning, Dr. Silberman. How's the knee?
What you may not have known is that Linda also had an identical twin sister, Leslie. She was a nurse, but she also has one film credit to her name, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Leslie was her sister's double in the film and appeared in a couple of scenes as well.
Get out of the way, John! Shoot!
Sadly, Leslie passed away suddenly in 2020 at the age of 63. Number 8. Giselle and Patricia Bunchen. It's true, there really is another gorgeous Bunchen sister. In fact, there are 6 gorgeous Bunchen sisters, including Giselle's fraternal twin Patricia. Their mother, Vanya, put Patricia, Giselle, and their sister Gabriella into a modeling course when they were younger, but only Giselle went on to modeling fame and fortune. However, Patricia, who is more shy and reserved, has been a big part of her older by 5-minute sister's success. She's worked behind the scenes as Giselle's manager and spokeswoman, among other things. And yes, Patricia is married also. Sorry, everyone. Number 7. Eva and Joy Green. Bernardo Bertolucci's The Dreamers is the movie in which Eva Green made her feature film debut. Since then, she's been nominated for a Golden Globe and a César Award, the French Oscars, and played Vesper Lynd in Daniel Craig's first James Bond film, Casino Royale.
What else can you surmise, Mr. Bond?
Her fraternal twin sister Joy was born 2 minutes after Eva and took a completely dissimilar path in life. According to Eva, the two sisters are very different, but they, quote, complete each other in a way. Joy lives in Italy and is married to an Italian count. To quote Eva, quote, she's the other me, the happy me. Number 6. Rami and Sami Malek.
I know you have a twin brother. Is he an identical twin brother, your brother?
He's an identical twin, yeah. We don't look as much alike as we used to, but yeah, we're identical.
Sami Malek is a teacher, not an actor, but he did appear in one movie, a 1983 Indian film called Agar Tum Na Hote, and he did get enough credits to graduate university by performing a Greek tragedy monologue in one of his classes. Well, at least that's what his class and his professor thought.
I deliver this monologue in front of the entire lecture hall, and I get a few applause. People dig it, and I think she starts looking at me kind of accusatorily, like, where the hell did you come up with that?
In actuality, the person who performed the monologue was his identical twin brother, Mr. Robot star and Academy Award winner Rami Malek. It's true, the two brothers parent-trapped their way to Sami's final college credits.
And she goes, how did you learn how to do that? And I go, it's just a hobby.
Number 5. Vin Diesel and Paul Vincent.
This is your family. It's who you are.
Unlike his brother Vin, Paul is a much more private person with basically no social media presence. There are reports that he works in Hollywood in editing and sound departments, but the only credit on his IMDb page is from the work he did on his brother's 1995 short film Multifacial.
I'm meeting her family, she's meeting my family.
He has stayed so far out of the limelight that most people didn't even know that Vin had a twin until he posted a picture on his Facebook page of Paul and Paul Walker, titled The Two Pauls. And then, in a reveal that shocked fans more than Letty's return in Fast and Furious 6, he wrote that the other Paul, quote, is actually my twin brother.
Any of this feel familiar to you?
No. But it feels like home.
Number 4. Laverne Cox and M Lamar. Laverne Cox is an activist and groundbreaking actress whose nomination for an acting Primetime Emmy made her the first openly transgender person to achieve this feat.
Oh my God, can we not do this?
The nod was for her role as Sophia Bursette on Orange is the New Black.
What you got between your legs is your business, and what I got is mine.
She also has a wax figure of herself at Madame Tussauds, making her the first openly transgender person to receive that honor as well. Her twin brother M Lamar is a composer, operatic countertenor, and performance artist. He isn't an actor, but he did appear on a couple of episodes of Orange is the New Black, in which he played Sophia pre-transition. Number 3. Joseph and Jacob Fiennes. If asked to name two Fiennes brothers, most people would probably mention two-time Oscar nominee Rafe and his younger brother Joseph, who gained recognition playing the immortal bard in Shakespeare in Love.
Words, words, words. Once I had the gift.
I can make love out of words as a potter makes cups of clay.
As it turns out, Rafe and Joseph are 2 of 6 fine siblings, and they are all in the arts except for one.
Might be able to stay in this house.
And that one is Joseph's twin brother Jacob, who, by his own admission, is, quote, very different from the rest of my family. Jacob prefers a quiet life and calls himself, quote, a country boy at heart. He works as a gamekeeper and conservationist. Number 2, Ashton and Michael Kutcher. While pretty much everyone is familiar with Ashton Kutcher, to most folks, Michael Kutcher is just known as Ashton's brother. But there's obviously more to Michael than simply being born on the same day as Kelso.
There's this new club that opened in Chicago. It's supposed to be like the hottest spot this side of Studio 54.
Michael was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at the age of 3, and at 13, went into cardiac arrest. He was only saved because a donor heart became available right away. These days, both brothers are happy and successful. Ashton is acting and is also the co-founder of a venture capital investment firm, while Michael is a public speaker, businessman, and spokesman for the Cerebral Palsy Foundation.
You know, I realized that through his celebrityism that I really could use that to have a voice.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Scarlett and Hunter Johansson. In 1996, both Scarlett and her twin brother Hunter appeared in the film Manny and Lowe. Scarlett was one of the stars of the film and has since gone on to become one of the biggest stars in the world, as well as a 2-time Oscar nominee.
Maybe it's stupid, but at least it's mine.
On the other hand, Hunter's appearance was brief, and he hasn't done any acting since. Instead, Hunter headed into the political arena, working on both of Barack Obama's presidential campaigns and as a community organizer in New York City. He has also been his sister's red carpet date at many events over the years.
Where's Dylan and Cole Sprouse? I'm kidding, we all knew that. Did you know I'm a twin? Well, I'm a Gemini, it's kind of the same thing. Anyway, be sure to let us know in the comments if you learned anything from this video, or if you have another celebrity twin that we may not have mentioned. Or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton, or on my YouTube channel. See ya!